Think she doesn't care? Think again. Silence is hitting her harder than you realize. At first, she plays it cool, acting like nothing's changed, as if your absence doesn't affect her. She goes on with her life, pretending she's unbothered. But deep down, she feels it. The moment you stop chasing, the moment you stop proving yourself to her, everything shifted. The longer you remain silent, the more it messes with her mind. Doubt creeps in. Did I misjudge him? Why isn't he chasing anymore? Did I lose him for good? And that's when panic sets in. She thought she had time. She assumed you'd always be there, waiting. But now, she's the one watching, wondering, and overthinking. Because the truth is, when you detach, that's when she starts chasing. If you think she's unaffected, if you think she moved on without a second thought, stay right here. In the next few minutes, I'll break down exactly what's happening in her mind when you stop giving her attention. Once you understand this, you'll never chase again. Number 1, the unexpected power of silence. When a woman hurts you, your initial reaction might be to express your pain, demand an explanation, or seek closure. But that's exactly what she anticipates. She expects you to get emotional, to chase, and to prove that she still has power over your feelings. However, the real power move is silence. Nothing unsettles her more than your lack of reaction. Women are wired to expect emotional responses. When she hurts you, she subconsciously looks for feedback. She wants to know if she still holds influence over you. But when you refuse to engage, when you remain completely silent, it disrupts her expectations and forces her into self-doubt. She starts questioning everything. Why isn't he reacting? Did he not care? Is he already over me? The more she overthinks, the more the dynamic shifts in your favor. Silence forces her to sit with her thoughts, with no reassurance, no validation, and no evidence that she still holds a place in your world. But this isn't about manipulation or playing games, it's about self-respect. You're not ignoring her to get a reaction, you're simply recognizing your worth. You refuse to waste energy on someone who didn't value you. And the moment she realizes you're no longer playing her game, that's when she starts questioning herself. Number 2, reverse the power dynamic. Most men make the mistake of chasing harder when a woman pulls away. They try to convince her to care, hoping guilt will bring her back. But here's the truth, both reactions hand her all the power. When you chase, you reinforce her importance. When you get emotional, you prove she still controls your feelings. The real power move? Do the opposite. Instead of proving your worth or trying to win her back, you walk away. You shift your energy to yourself, your growth, your goals, your purpose. That's what truly throws her off. She expected a reaction. She assumed you'd fight for her attention. She thought she had time to keep you on standby. But when you refuse to play the game, when you disappear, suddenly, she's the one thinking about you. And the worst part for her? She no longer knows where she stands. Did I miscalculate? Why isn't he chasing me? Is he really over me? This is when the dynamic shifts. You stop seeking her validation. Now, she's the one wondering about you. Number 3, the fear of losing you kicks in. Most men don't realize this, a woman only truly values what she fears losing. When you're always available, when you respond instantly, when you chase, when you constantly reassure her of your presence, she feels no urgency to appreciate you, because in her mind, you're a given. But the moment that certainty fades, when you pull back and become detached, everything changes. Suddenly, unanswered messages make her overthink. Silence makes her uneasy. Each passing day makes her question whether she's losing you. At first, she'll act indifferent, no texts, no obvious signs of worry. But beneath the surface, she's feeling it. She starts scrolling through old messages, watching your stories more often, checking her phone, hoping to see your name pop up. That's when the balance shifts. she moves from feeling in control to feeling out of control. The lack of reassurance sparks a reaction, one that makes her start chasing you. But before she does, she tests you. She needs to know, does he still care? Can I still get a reaction? Is he really slipping away? Her tests can be subtle, a random "hey" just to see how fast you reply, posting a picture with another guy to provoke jealousy, or suddenly engaging with your old posts to gauge your reaction. And this is where most men fail. The second she throws out these small signals, they take the bait. They rush to respond, they show her she still has a hold over them, and just like that, she regains control. A man who truly understands his worth, though, he doesn't fall for it. He recognizes the game. He knows the real test isn't her reaching out, it's how much effort she's willing to make. If she genuinely regrets losing you, she won't just send a lazy text. She'll prove it through action. Number 4. The ultimate shift: she chases you. The moment she senses that her usual tricks no longer work, something shifts within her. Suddenly, she's the one pursuing. You notice her texting more, finding excuses to talk, and reminiscing about the good times. For the first time, she feels like she's losing you, and that fear of loss ignites one of the strongest forces in attraction. But this is where most men stumble. The second they see her making an effort, they drop their guard. They forgive too easily, make themselves too available, and in doing so, they surrender the power they worked so hard to build. And just like that, the cycle resets. She realizes she has you again, the challenge fades, and so does the attraction. A man who truly values himself, however, doesn't rush back. He doesn't reward past mistakes with instant acceptance. Instead, he stands firm, allowing her to prove through actions, not just words, that she deserves another chance. And that's when he truly wins. Number 5. When she regrets taking you for granted. The moment she realizes your presence is truly gone, everything shifts. At first, she brushes it off, convincing herself that you'll return and that you'll be the one to break the silence. But as time passes and you remain unmoved, something inside her begins to shift. Regret seeps in, slowly at first, then all at once. She replays old moments, seeing them now with different eyes. The way you stood by her, how you made her feel secure, valued, and cherished. The support she once took for granted is now an absence she can't ignore. And in its place, doubt. Did I make the wrong choice? Why isn't he chasing me? Is he really over me? At first, she throws herself into distractions, maybe a rebound, nights out, work. But distractions only mask the truth, never erase it. And when the night comes, when she's alone with nothing but her thoughts, the weight of what she lost settles in. The silence is deafening. Because women don't always regret losing a man right away. It's when they realize he's truly gone, when they understand that he won't be coming back, that the real panic begins. Number 6. When she starts watching you from a distance. Even if she doesn't reach out immediately, she'll start keeping tabs on you. She'll check your social media more than usual, subtly gathering information. She'll ask mutual friends about you, trying to piece together your life without actually making contact. At first, she won't admit to herself that she misses you, she'll convince herself she's just curious. But deep down, she's searching for clues. Check to see if you've moved on. To see if you're happy without her. To see if you even care anymore. And when she realizes you're not stuck in heartbreak mode, that you're actually thriving without her, that's when the real panic sets in. Because now, it's not just regret that haunts her, it's fear. The fear that someone else is appreciating you in ways she never did. Suddenly, she starts comparing herself to the woman who might replace her. What if he's found someone else? What if he's happier now? What if I was just a chapter in his life and not the main story? That thought lingers, eating away at her. Because for a woman who truly valued you, the hardest thing to accept is knowing that another woman is now receiving the love she once had. Number 7. When she realizes she's losing her grip on you. Most men don't realize this. Even after a woman moves on, she still wants to believe she could have you back if she chose to. As long as she feels you're still an option, she never fully experiences the loss. But the moment she sees you genuinely moving forward, focusing on yourself, leveling up, and no longer waiting in the wings, that's when the power shift happens. Suddenly, she can't just text and expect an immediate reply. She can't post a picture and assume you'll react. And for the first time, it hits her, she's lost control. Number 8, when she starts sending mixed signals. At this stage, she's feeling uncertain, so she's testing the waters rather than fully admitting her feelings. She'll send out subtle signals, liking one of your posts randomly, messaging you by accident, or posting things aimed at catching your attention. Here's what you need to understand: this isn't about making things right, it's about seeing if she still has a hold over you. If you react too quickly, texting back instantly or showing excitement that she's engaging again, she'll feel like she's won you back too easily, and the cycle will repeat. Instead of falling for these breadcrumbs, stay patient. If she truly wants to return, she needs to show real effort. You're not here for mind games, you're here for genuine change. Number 9, when she finally tries to get you back. If you've stayed strong and detached, this is the moment she makes a real move. It won't be a casual message, she'll express genuine regret. She might revisit the past, offer explanations, or even apologize, something she once said she'd never do. Now, the power shifts entirely to you. It's no longer about her desires, it's about yours. You get to choose: do you let her back in? Do you continue forward? Do you set new, higher standards for her to meet? The truth is, this journey was never about winning her back, it was about reclaiming yourself. And once you fully embrace that, you'll never seek validation again. Number 10, when she tries to make you jealous. At this point, she's feeling desperate, realizing she's lost her hold on you, and that terrifies her. So, what does she do? She tries to provoke a reaction. She posts pictures with other guys, engages with another man's posts, and suddenly appears happier than ever. But here's the truth, it's all an illusion. She hasn't truly moved on, she's simply testing you, hoping to spark jealousy, to see if you'll chase her, to confirm she still holds power over your emotions. But a man who knows his worth doesn't fall for these games. He stays focused, unshaken, walking his path. And the moment she realizes her tactics aren't working, the power dynamic shifts. Instead of feeling in control, she's left questioning why you're no longer playing along. Number 11, when she starts overcompensating. At this point, she's feeling the pressure. Her usual tactics, making you jealous, sending mixed signals, or testing you, aren't working, and now she's facing the reality of losing you. That's when she starts overcompensating. Suddenly, she becomes overly sweet, acting like nothing ever happened. She might start liking all your posts just to get your attention or even send long, emotional messages trying to reconnect. But this is where most men slip up. They get excited too quickly, mistaking her efforts for genuine desire to rekindle the relationship. In truth, she's looking for reassurance, she wants to know she can still have you if she changes her mind. So before you fall for the sudden attention, ask yourself, is she truly remorseful or just panicking? Is her effort consistent, or is this a quick fix? Is she willing to rebuild the connection properly, or does she just want to return to her comfort zone? Because if she isn't proving her sincerity, then she's just playing a short-term game, while you're playing for long-term value. Number 12, when she hopes you'll be friends. If all else fails, she might make one last attempt to keep you in her life. She'll suggest being just friends. But here's what you need to understand, this isn't about genuine friendship. It's about keeping you around as a backup plan. Think about it. If she truly valued your friendship, she wouldn't act weird when you stop replying. She wouldn't get jealous when she sees you thriving without her. She wouldn't keep checking in just to see if you've moved on. This isn't about staying friends, it's about making sure you're still an option in case she ever changes her mind. So ask yourself, are you okay with being a second choice? If the answer is no, then you already know what to do. A high-value man doesn't settle for being someone's backup plan. If this video gave you value, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to know what happens next, the video on your screen right now is exactly what you need to watch. Click on it, and I'll see you there.